Well, good morning. I'm giving you morning voice while serving you morning looks because trust me, this is exactly what I look like when I get up. I do put on a jacket. So, first thing in the morning, I always feed Bebe, obviously, give him his medicine because these are priorities. These are good things for his health. I add supplements into his food so he can live the best life. Now, I haven't been doing the best for myself, but as we are new year, new me, well, not completely new me, I'm trying to do better. And so that's where Magic Spoon enters the picture. Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented. I know you're like, that box looks eerily similar to something I had in my childhood, and that's the magic of it. You see what I did there? It's like a wholesome, simple, filling, high protein version of a childhood favorite. This morning I went with the fruity flavor, and look, legit, it's good. They also have cocoa, frosted, and peanut butter. I know you're like, okay, well, what does this have to do with New Year, better Jessica, or whatever you said? Great for a low carb lifestyle because of the high protein and zero sugar. Also gluten-free, grain-free, and made with natural flavors. In one serving, there's 13 to 14 grams of protein, which is incredible for a cereal, and this is perfect for in the morning, midday, late night snack, whenever you need a little something, so you're getting something delicious and full of protein. So satisfy your inner child and get you some of Magic Spoon so you can have the fun and the taste, but you're getting more health benefits. So click the link below to grab a variety pack and try it today, and be sure to use the promo code Jess Owens at checkout and get $5 off any order. Or you can go to magicspoon.com/Jess Owens. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link below, use code Jess Owens for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/Jess Owens to save $5 today. Now get you some and be living a better life in 2023, okay? Thank you to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's video. Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and what are we here to do? We're here to talk about books, not looks. I still don't feel that great, so we're gonna get some more booktube ASMR. And I forgot until very recently. Let me see if I can move this way. Okay. Oh. I forgot until very recently that I made that ambitious TBR in December. And I was going to follow it up with a wrap up in January. So here I am with the wrap up of what I read in December. And so you can pause here and go ahead and guess how many books I read. How many books were on that TBR? Maybe I'll insert a clip here because I don't know how many. But let's go ahead and talk about what I read in December. I think the one everyone cares about the most and knows that I read because I did make a video about it is Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee, the third and final book in the Greenbone saga. Most people know that I loved Jade City, it's my favorite. I love Jade War, it's my second favorite, but I did not have the best luck with Jade Legacy, and it hurts. Overall, I gave Jade Legacy 3 stars, and that feels like it should be illegal. It just didn't work for me. I knew that there was large time jumps. I knew it spanned many years. And with the title Jade Legacy, I knew we were going to meet the next generation. But it just did not hit for me. I didn't feel close to any of my favorite characters. I felt like moments that were really important or really big happened, and then the next page we jumped 5 or 6 years. I hated some of the outcomes. I hate who died and some of who lived. I'm just really upset about it. But I still have Jade City and Jade Legacy. I'll love those. I just will keep my favorite characters in my mind, the fondness, the love I have for them, and pretend that they had different outcomes. But if you love the first two, you'll probably love Jade Legacy. I'm definitely in the minority of people who didn't love it, so hate that for me, but it is what it is. But since I did finish that before the end of the year, nobody is coming to beat my ass, which is great because I already feel like shit, so I do not need my ass whooped. But that was like my biggest thing, was I was gonna read Jade Legacy before the year finished, and I did. So I know on my list I had something and the other one by Brandon Sanders. I'm really sick. I had The Lost Metal and whatever comes before that, Bands of Mourning. I didn't read those. No, I actually didn't read one word of those actually, so oops. Then I also had, I did have that I wanted to read one of my Fairy Loot books. I put like 4 on the screen and I did read one. Now I have to find it. Nigel just came in here. Also, it's like 12:07 a.m. Nigel just wandered in. Hold on. This is what I should do for all my videos. I just talk and you look at Nigel and tell him about our book. What book did we read? Okay. So, The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. Nigel and I loved this book, didn't we? See. Nene. Sorry. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy is definitely up there with the cozy fantasy vibes that I have been going for, that has some romance. So again, this was one of my Fairy Loot books. Very beautiful. I feel like my hands are greasy. Look at it. So in this world, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but essentially there's different places in the world, and our main character, her name is Mercy, and she works with her father and brother at their family undertaking business, and of course there's competitors, and they're kind of struggling to stay afloat. Nigel. And in this world, there's like, if an evil spirit or something is killed and there's a body nearby, can you hear him? He's playing with a tennis ball. It'll get into that body and basically like a dead body and basically reanimate it, and they kind of turn into zombies. So there's like these people who kind of like patrol and make sure that those zombies don't hurt people, and they basically kill them, and that's who Heart is. And Heart and Mercy do not like each other because he comes to her funeral or their undertaking business to bring in bodies, and they just started off on the wrong foot, and it's just gotten worse ever since then. And so Mercy is worried about her family's business. Heart is really lonely, and you get to see why he's so lonely and why he's very grumpy, but he also gets a basically like a younger dude to train, so it becomes this really precious apprentice and master, whatever, teacher and student relationship between Heart and the kid. And then you see this, I won't say that part. Well, no, I won't say that part. How the relationship blooms between Heart and Mercy, and the way that this wraps up towards the end, I was about to scream and I was crying because I was worried, okay? I was worried. But this is so good, and it's just like comfy. I would say it's slightly less cozy than like the Irregular Witches Society or Half a Soul because of the zombie bit, but I feel like this book is like, if you like Caitlin Doughty's nonfiction, this is a fiction book you would like, if that makes sense. Anyway, you should read this, but I have to sneeze. I also read Half a Soul. I've like I've mentioned before, been in a very cozy fantasy mood, and I've seen a lot of people talking about Half a Soul. So Half a Soul is like a regency with Faye, and we're in the UK, mostly in London, and we have this one girl who has half of her soul stolen by a Faye in like the first chapter, and her cousin's soul isn't stolen, but they're like together. Her parents have died, and so she's living with her cousin and her aunt, but after half of her soul is taken, she's kind of weird. So now her aunt is like, what are we gonna do with her? No one's gonna marry her. So they both go into London for her cousin's like coming out season to find her a husband. And then there's like this guy, is he called a magician in the book? And he's really sassy and very like, a lot of people don't like him or say bad things about him because they don't understand him. And then they're trying to get the cousin married, and they're like, girl, ain't nobody gonna marry you because you only got half a soul. But then stuff be happening, and they were going to balls and stuff, and then one of the people somebody was trying to set her cousin up with, he's a doctor, and he's been realizing something happening. And so the other man, the ornery man who people don't think is a good man, he is like, I think there's some plague, some disease going around with the children's, and he wants to figure out what it is. And so now you got this little romance with a little mystery to it in this fantastical version of Regency England, and it was just a delight. Okay, it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It gave me a hug. It was exactly what I needed, and I need the next one right meow, but the library is being trifling and I'm waiting for it. So once again, cozy fantasy delight, Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Was that on my TBR? No. And so then I read Keeper of Enchanted Rooms by Charlie N. Holmberg. I found this on Kindle Unlimited because I was searching for something else in this cozy fantasy realm. And this one is basically houses can be alive, kind of. They can have magic. And this guy inherits this house. And this house has a lot of magic, but it also is very angry and is trapping him inside the house. So they have these societies of people who are trained to help and to do things with the house. So this lady comes to help him with this house, and she's trying to figure out like what's going on, like what did you do to the house, like why the house so mad at you, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, grinding nothing. And he's like, I don't even got magic, like this house was just given to me and my landlord was about to kick me on the streets, so I came here. And it's set like late 1800s in, is it Rhode Island? It's just precious. So you have a house that kind of have a mind of its own. We may have ghosts. We have an angry man who's been sucking up powers. And is he dead or is he on the run? Nigel. And then we have this lady, and she's, quote unquote a spinster. And we have romance. A slow burning romance. And there's a second book, and I'm gonna read that one too. So this is a delight again. I didn't love this one as much as the other ones. I think it could have been a little shorter because some parts of it I was like, okay, come on. But a strong 4-star. The other two I gave 5 stars. So yeah, I gave Jade Legacy 3. I gave Half a Soul 5. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy 5. Keeper of Enchanted Rooms 4. And I know you're like, Jessica, what about Ace? And what about Inferior? And what about all those other books you said you were going to read? Well, I didn't. That's why I was overly ambitious. So that's the end of my January, my December wrap up. I read 4 books. I read a lot of tweets though. I watched a lot of Real Housewives. Yeah. My January, I've read 2 things, 2 manga. And in the middle of 2 books. Well, I wouldn't say the middle. Kind of in the first 10%. But yeah, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to complete all the books on my TBR, but I thought I would do better than 4. Well, they weren't even all on the TBR. Only 2 were, so I guess that's better than none. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. How terrible that I still sound like this and I have these coughing fits. It's very rude. But also I had to go to urgent care today because do you remember when I had both of my lobes pierced in April of last year? They're infected, so I had to take them out. So my ears are like throbbing. So I'm gonna go lay my black ass back in bed. But thank you so much for watching. Again, I ask for, if you have any cozy fantasy with romance recommendations, especially by authors that are not white, please leave them below because I want to gobble them up. Thank you. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. Wear your mask. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Bye-bye. Here, breathe into the microphone.